Herzlich willkommen zu diesem neuen Podcast mit Emiliano Vittoriosi. Tell me a little bit of your work in this Berlin. Is it Explorer?
Yeah,
Berlin.
beex. Now I did the rebrand, so now it's a beexproject. Yeah, started as Berlin Explorer, but before there was two side project. One was a Berlin Ecor. That was a project I was doing with a friend here in Berlin. I started years ago when I moved here in Berlin,
Mhm.
and was just me and him going out, taking picture in the street, and we was even sometimes promoting someone else. And another was Cactus Design that was coming from a self-publishing house I had, and was Cactus Book. And Cactus because I was just tribute to my father because he loved the cactus. And then I combined that two things. I don't know how, but in general, when I come up with some project, is from a day to another, and that's the point. When you love something, and then you know also how to do it,
Aha.
some stuff. It's really easy. I mean, during the years, I launched many projects, and I learned how to do it a website complete in 4 hours. And from one moment to another, create something that was not existing before, launch it, and create a realities. Then for sure you need time to create these realities, and you need experience to understand where fix, where not fix, what you have to do. And so then now it's actually 1 year, I can say, um, that I'm doing this project. I already rebranded two times
Aha.
because uh, this is another thing I think is really important when you do it a business. Rebranding always yourself. Rebranding means just change the clothes, just change the way you go to work, the way you propose yourself. So I think rebranding is something now is a lot of people in general think is new, but is practically there from a
Mhm.
life. I mean, everyone, also the church, they rebranding themselves from the time of Michelangelo. So it's just giving a new face, giving a face with some more experience, giving more different details. And so then I was thinking I don't want to limit myself in Berlin because yeah, I love Berlin. I do it what I do it in Berlin, but I want also connect with people in other part of the world. So
Aha.
then I had always these messages. Okay, but I can share my picture with you if I'm not in Berlin. Yeah, sure. It's not. It's a worldwide project, and every time ends into this message. So then I said, you know what? Now I just cut off from Berlin RL in and from Explorer the last part, and I just left BX. And BX in the end is exactly what I wanted to mention. So be inside of the experience, be inside of exploring yourself, be
Wow.
extraordinary, be. But and this is as a really nice influence from some studies I did in the past. I mean, I never was a person fitted in the structure generally. So I went to the university two times or three times. I don't remember. Yeah, I changed it many times. So I was studying. I was doing the exam. I was also getting the votes really higher. I mean, but I was not fitting like okay. It's like 6 months. Yeah, I like to study that. I put a lot of energy on, and then I left.
Mhm.
Never thought about to take a degree. Never thought about to take the paper. I wanted just to study. And I remember I was doing this exam of sociology, and professor said, "Okay, so for the exam, you have to study these two books, and you have to write a thesis about these two books." In a list of 45 books, I think I studied all the 45 books.
Mhm.
And I went there and I wrote a thesis about the true and the representation of each reality. So I was
Mhm.
just analyzing the reality, the truth. And he said to me, "But why you studied the 45 book?" I said, I mean, it's not about study. I just read them. For me, it's just reading them. I was curious and I wanted to know. And I don't think we really study something. I think we just love something or not. And if someone, yeah, in this case, I had to do it the exam of economy, and I was not really study at all economy, but I just went there every time following the lesson, and I learned from the lesson. So I went there, I did the exam, never studied economy, and I did good my exam because I was just following the lesson. But the point is, why I'm saying that, because during this study of the true representation that I did this thesis, I was reading more than these 45 books. So then I started to explore much more in the anthropology, in philosophy, psychology, and blah, blah, blah. And I read about this philosopher from French, is Francois Julien. And it is really nice because he was talking about identities. And they say in the him theory that identities are not part of one. So our cultural experience is never based on one. We cannot have just one cultural experience. It doesn't exist the real identity.
Mhm.
Identity is always in the middle between one and another. And what is the challenge for our next future is to understand there is no difference between anyone because everyone is different. And so then the real value we find is in to be with other people. And this
Mhm.
so to be twin between,
Mhm. Mhm.
and this was something right at me on a lot, because I was through the same, I was thinking the same, because I was trying always to connect with everyone without any reason, without any business. In general, this is what I think is
Ah.
the marketing part of myself. What else you do it? What else? I can connect with you and I can sell you something. What else?
Mhm.
It's not
Yeah.
important for me because I can create something for everyone. And sometimes even you have to create just an idea. So imagine most of the time, yeah, I was doing the friend psychologist, that I was just listening to my friends and giving to them some advice, but in the end I was not giving advice from myself. I was giving advice from what they was saying, and they wanted from the solution of the problem. I was just searching inside of them problem what was the answer they already said.
Mhm.
It's just logic. So
Emiliano, try to link it back to the BX
yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
I
It
wanted
was,
people to be able to join you in this project
yeah,
because
yeah,
I
yeah,
really admire
yeah.
this project so much.
I was going. So I was just making a bit of narrative.